What's going on, y'all? This is Kyler from K.2 Fly Podcast. And today we're going to talk about college life and struggle. And this is part one. So this will be about balancing academics, social life, and mental health. You feel me? That's all we're going to be doing today. You feel me? So before I do anything, just want to say thank you to our supporters who have given us our rock. And we are now at 29 subscribers. You feel me? So I'm so proud of that. On Instagram, we hit 115 the other day, and we're making a lot of progress. And me and Josh are very proud of our progress. So, with that being said, we're supposed to be giving y'all videos on that you guys want and deserve. So, just to clarify, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna continue on to do what we do, give y'all the content that y'all want and deserve. I know I say that a lot, but I mean it this time. So, we're gonna just jump straight right into it. Um, and I'm really just gonna give y'all 5 tips on each. So, college. It's often, some people it is for and some people it's not. You have to find, first of all, to people who are not in college watching us, make sure that it feels like home to you. It's a second home for you. I know a lot of times than not, you probably look at me like a second home. Yeah, I know it's very touche and you're like, what's going on? But think about it in this way. Your dorm is your space. You're going to be living on your own. So just understanding and realizing that you're going to be doing that, that's so crucial. Just to know that you're going to be on your own. But just to stay on topic and just to get into it, the first one I would say is create realistic goals and realistic schedule, realistic goals, all of that. Basically, what you're going to want to do is that you're going to, first of all, if you know what if your schedule is like, if you know you have class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you have, make sure that you plan accordingly. What I mean by that is that there's going to be a lot of things that's going on campuses. Like I know I go to North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. So what that means is that there's probably going to be something on campus. Maybe it's an event. Maybe it's something you want to go to. Maybe you want to just sit outside. Maybe you want to go listen to music. Maybe you want to take a walk. But it all means nothing if you don't plan the effective way and have a realistic schedule and realistic goals. Basically, your first week of classes basically is just going to be you learning the teacher and they're just giving you the syllabus and that's all you're doing that first week. That's all you're doing. They're going to be going over that. Second week, y'all actually probably start talking about content and all of that. Third week, and then whatsoever, I can go all day just talking about what you can expect, but um, having a realistic schedule. So, for example, like I said, if you had class on Monday, you have class every day, and you have an 8 a.m. 2 of those days. Make sure you get to bed that. Make sure you get to bed the previous day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing that stuff so that you're not sitting there and, oh, well, I could have did it or I just missed my 8 a.m. Like, no, you have to you are on your own now. That's the mindset you have to be in. You are on your own. You're doing things on your own. And yeah, I'll give you an example of I'll give you an example of my last year, I believe I didn't have an 8 a.m. I just had a 9:30, an 11 o'clock class, and a 3 o'clock class. Just giving you an example. And I didn't have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you know what I did? To make everything very more realistic, on the weekends, I would typically, I'll go out, have my little fun, do what I do. But I know on Sunday, I need to lock in, do what I have to do, and I need to lock in. So I know that that's imperative because I have class the next morning at 9:30. You don't want to miss any classes unless it's for a end-all, be-all reason. But you don't want to do that. So what you can do is that you can, all right, Saturdays, have your fun, do what you have to do. Know that you can, be a little lenient on yourself. Sunday, you can have a little fun, but it has to be, you got to know that next day you have class. And that's where the balancing comes in. Yeah, you might want to have fun. Your fun might be up here. And you kind of like, I did good this. No. What I mean by balancing is you need to have both of them right here to level. You need to have priorities set. Okay, this is the class. This is what's going on after. This is what, if you're joining organizations, class, organizations, everything else. That it all can help you save and help you do a lot of things that you don't that you want to. What I'm basically trying to say is you want to be able to, what's the word? You want to be able to have fun, but also be on top of your work at the same time. So what I mean about balancing academics is, I know there's a party today, but I know that I got a test tomorrow. Or for example, I want to hang out today, but I got work to do today. Basically having that balance. I'm not saying do not. I'm not telling you, hey, do not. I'm not telling you to not have fun. I'm just telling you on the mere fact that, hey, this is what we're going to do. You need to have a realistic schedule. A realistic schedule is meaning like what time from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. You don't need to be crashing. You don't need to be doing any of that stuff. As long as you have that realistic schedule in place, you should be fine. So that brings me up to my next tip. Get involved on campus. Do it. It's not going to hurt you. Don't be that type of person to be in your dorm all day. And it's okay. You can, and what I mean by that is don't sit there and not do anything. Like, be productive. If you have nothing, like if you did all your work, grades are good, that's fine. But go out and do something. Because like I said in the previous statement, college is what you make it. Whatever you make college is the experience you're gonna get out of it. So get involved, join organizations. Just be more active with your friends if you haven't. Make friends. Be active. That's what I mean by that. Tip number three: use campus resources. I know for us, we have a counseling. We have in our specific business buildings, we're able to go and talk to our professors. I know we have a library. We have, certain places where you can study at, print at. Just make sure that you're using your resources well. That's what you have to do. Tip number four, find your people. Find your people. Because if you're able to find your people, it'll make your college experience more of the better, because you're sitting there and you're just like, dang, I met these people like 2-3 weeks ago, and now I'm still hanging out with them, and we're actually pushing each other to get to that next level. Just make sure that you find your people, and just making sure that you're keeping that balance. So it all goes back into keeping that balance. And tip number five for balancing college life is staying true to yourself. Do not at all change for anybody else, because at the end of the day, you're discovering yourself. Yeah, you're doing all that stuff. But if you came in there and you had a goal set, please don't change that goal, and please don't change for anybody else, because all it's going to do is just make you have inner conflict with yourself. That is my advice to you. When it comes to, just to kind of get off of just my last thing on balancing academics, making sure that you build that bond with your professors and that you also have a study group is very imperative, so that you're able to pass the class. Because you might have slacked up on one assignment, but if you had a relationship with that professor, he or she may open up that assignment for you. So that's the good thing in all of it. I believe in there's relationships and everything. A professor is not your mom and dad. You don't have to be scared to talk to them, because they get paid to teach. Don't put yourself in that situation, and don't do that. Just make sure that you are able to, what's the word? Make sure that you're able to have fun, but make sure that you know what the main goal is. So if that's 80% having fun, 80% of doing your work, 20% of having fun, making sure you take advantage of that 20%. That can go into academics, social life, mental health. Use your resource. All the tips that I just gave y'all, use your resources. Just to, repeat, remember to create a realistic schedule and goals, get involved on campus, use your campus resources, find your people, and the last one is to stay true to yourself. Authenticity is the best thing that you can do in college. That's all you can do. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the tips that I gave y'all. Stay blessed, stay great, take care of yourselves, keep balancing everything, balance your academics, social life, and mental health. And with that, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.